Hey fellas, welcome back to the channel. Got a little update video here on Mom's Gremlin, the restoration effort on it. Previously we were talking about the steering column and how the shift mechanism and how that is not really lining up with the transmission, the Borg-Warner transmission, and the steering column. It says torque command on it. That's for a torque flight transmission, which I do believe to be the case of why it's not, lining up correctly. A couple guys were talking to me and they told me I should just keep adjusting the shift linkage, and I have. I mean, right here is the adjustment on that linkage. You got your bolt right here, a rod, and so forth. And no matter how many times I played with that linkage, it never got better. And I just don't see any other way around, maybe using a different piece of linkage. And I'm not exactly sure if that's the original linkage to the car. Not 100% sure. But anyway, one thing I do know for sure is getting a steering column that was actually from this model small body AMC, which would have been the Gremlin or the Hornet. And this is what we got here. This is a steering column from a 1970 Hornet. And I took it apart quite a bit. I actually had this part off. And right behind here is a little, looks like it's got some teeth in it. And that is what your shift handle rides on. And that is what I believe is possibly different in this column. That's going to allow to coincide to what's in the transmission on that car. Just believe like where it rides on that on the teeth, and when it's in neutral, when it's in reverse. Because it just seems like none of this is working correctly with this. So like I said, we have a column we know for sure is from the correct body of car, correct style, and so forth. And basically what we're doing here is I told my dad, who's basically helping fund all the parts for my mom and her Gremlin, let's rebuild it. Let's have everything brand new that we can, clean everything up. Of course, we're gonna paint it green, so it matches the car interior, of course. But anyway, one thing I've done already is like this thing actually came to us in quite poor shape. This is your turn signal cam. That was actually broken. It was actually broke right here on the other one. I have it right here. Here it is. This is what I pulled out. Here's that cam. You can see it's broke right there. So it was quite a learning experience, I must say, taking that apart. I never had this column or a column apart that far before. I've never had to remove a key cylinder before, so it was all quite a learning experience. Let's just say if you ever have to take this apart, you really got to watch how it comes, apart. And when I took this one apart originally, I kind of missed some important things and ended up having to take another column apart. Of course, I had to take that one apart anyway to get the cam out of there. And I actually took apart the cam that was in the car originally, or excuse me, the column. I took the cam out of that one. So it's good that we had another one laying around. I was able to, look at it, figure out what exactly I needed to do to get her back together. And while I was in there, I also replaced this bulb for the shift indicator. And this is actually a metal cover with a little hole cut in it, so the light only can come out in just one little spot. And got that figured out. Like I said, it seemed like the best thing to do was take it all apart, and while I did that, I also replaced the bulb. So now I got the new cam in there. We're gonna be putting in a brand new key cylinder, and we actually found a guy online, an AMC vendor, and he sells keys that, they had the original American Motor style key, And it appears to be an NOS cylinder, like it's brand new and just never used. So we're gonna put that in there. Like I said, we got the different cam. We're also ordering brand new bearings. You got the upper bearing right there. Get my finger here to point. Right there. You can see my finger. That's the upper bearing. And the lower bearing is right here. It's kind of like in an assembly here. Got a little metal clip that holds it on. And that's the lower bearing. And also at the same time, this is your neutral safety switch and if you're in park or not. It's also your reverse switch. So that we got brand new. Planning on also putting on a brand new ignition switch just for the heck of it. There's probably nothing wrong with it, but put brand new in there and you feel better in the end. If you actually look, there's actually some corrosion going on there. So, it's probably a good idea that we're changing it no matter what. And not only do we get this column we know for sure is in the correct, or from the correct model Gremlin, that correct style for the transmission. It also comes with these goodies. This is actually a shift handle that was not on the car when we got it. This is what my dad had laying around, because one that we got on it was cracked and it didn't look very good. But anyway, if you look at this, this is the older style, like from the 60s, American Motors shift handle. And that's what they had. It didn't have the newer style. I'll go show you what I mean by a newer style. This is the newer style shift handle that basically was from 1972 all the way to the end when they stopped using shift on the column, which would have been 1983, because all AMC Eagles had shift on the floor and they never had shift on the column. So after 83, when the small body AMC two-wheel drive cars stopped being produced, everything was shift on the floor. So basically 1972 to 1983 would have been this shift handle and this turn signal switch. So with that said, like I said, we get the extra couple goodies that the car should have had and we didn't have. So like I said, here's the correct style shift handle. That was same thing that was on this column when we got it, just the other one was really beat up. And we so happen to have this one laying around. This is the correct turn signal switch, which my dad has a better one. This is just the one that was on the car, kind of rusty. And this is from the shift, what the hell is it called? Indicator, excuse me, that goes right here, which I have currently taken off. And if you see what it says there, it says shift command. So now you know for sure this steering column is the right one. And really, I think it's the same exact column than what's in the car. Just what I believe is different is right on the back of here, right about here, where this shift handle rides on. That is actually where I believe it's mostly different. It's like I said, that little key. It's got these little teeth in it for this to ride on right there. That is what I believe is really the only difference. But since that one's in the car, this one's here, I'm just gonna do everything on this one. And once again, I know for sure it's the right column. So there could be some other differences. I don't know, but that's just what I think. Either way, we know for sure it came from the right model of car, and we're just gonna keep working with it. And we'll paint this one green. Not a big deal. So yeah, that's kind of an update of what is happening here. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later.